soap operas made the most money and opened for new talent. He had always been a scrapper, as he says, but he needed something to fight for. He went to sleep one evening, he says. I woke suddenly in the middle of the night of a strange dream. The bedroom was pitch black, but I could see the figure of my dream clearly, as though I was watching a motion picture. I saw a girl with long dark hair. She was about 19, was reading a letter about aboard a train, and occasionally staring wistfully out of the window. The voiceover in the dream informed him that this dark-haired girl had been hired as governess in an old house somewhere along the New England seacoast. The train stopped in a dark, isolated town. The girl got off the train and started walking. Finally, she came to a huge, forbidding house. As she came to the door, she lifted a loud, huge brass knocker and gently tapped it three times.
And did he say, "My, what knockers"? Never mind.
Yeah, well, that was probably in the new movie, which is terrible. Anyway, so I heard a dog howl, and then, just as the door creaked open, I woke up. The next morning, I wasn't so sure. At breakfast, I told my wife about the dream. When it finished, sure enough, Norma looked at me with wide-eyed emphasis and said, "Dan, that's a great idea for a TV show." She pointed out that the dream had a gothic flavor, something eerie and threatening.
And now would you pass the butter? Well, you said it was a breakfast.
Well, that's true. Okay, and then he pitched it to ABC. ABC liked it a lot. And one of the episodes he had written was entitled "The House," and dealt with a woman who had not left her house in about 20 years. This plot line would later grow.
Sounds like Big Hoss.
He hasn't lived in 30 years. That's what I heard.
Just tell on me, why don't we?
That's what I heard. I don't know who. Okay. This plot line would later grow into the events in the life of Dark Shadow's character, Elizabeth Collins' daughter. Now, you have to realize in the beginning, this all was just a gothic novel. I mean, soap opera. They had the typical, and one thing they didn't have was any sexual innuendos. I mean,
not like Days.
That could be why it gets worse and worse each time.
That's why it's still on the air.
I know. People wonder what's going to happen.
People like Days are going, wow, what knockers.
Are you saying there's no sexual innuendos in Days?
Oh no, there's every other day.
I know.
Well, actually, every 2 or 3 hours.
Well, this is true when Sammy was on the show.
We have Belle on Days of Our Lives. She's
just jumping into bed with everybody.
Yeah.
But she hasn't outdone her
mom.
She hasn't outdone her stepsister Sammy.
Oh, I thought Belle was her mom.
No.
I mean, I thought Sammy was her mother.
No, Belle is her half sister. Go back to Dark Shadows.
Okay. Well, there's so many people. At least in Dark Shadows, there's like 500 people, and that's it. Okay. 500. Yeah. In Dark Shadows, no, I'm sorry. I said Dark Shadows 500. Right. In Days, there's like 2 million people. Or whatever the thing goes, that this is the Naked City. And I think everything that happened in the Naked City happened in Days, too. Anyway, back to Dark Shadows. But in the beginning, there was no... I mean, you'd see scenes with them kissing, and that would be it. Okay? Until Barnabas Collins came in 1967.
And you saw a lot of biting and drinking.
Yeah. And
if something like that showed up on my door, I'd be biting and drinking, too.
Yep.
Biting my nails and drinking anything in the cabinet.
Anyways, one time when it was still 1966, Dan Curtis got a thing saying that they were thinking about canceling the show because it was getting boring.
In 66?
Yeah, it was only there for I think the first 6 months.
Oh, before he got a thing they were canceling it.
Anyway, when he heard about it, he thought his family said, "Well, why don't you make it spooky? Why don't you add something supernatural?" So that's when he added Josette's ghost, who you would see running around the pillars of the old house. Or David Collins, who was a little boy that Victoria Winters came to take care of. He would see ghosts all the time. And then he was a weird little kid, which we all know. But anyway, David kept seeing them, and he took Vicky to the old house, which is where they usually were, which was the original Collins family's house, back in 1795, I believe. Anyway, so he took her there, and nothing happened, but when they left, they had to go back home, is when the spirit from the portrait of Josette started coming out of the portrait, and you could see her walking, and then that's when she did her jig. So anyway, but Vicky could always feel that something was going to happen there. She was a little weird, but she was okay. Anyway, I've loved the show since it began, but I never saw it from the beginning until I got the DVDs.
And where can you get the DVDs for our viewers out there?
Well, I got The Coffin, which is the original, all 1,000. Let me see.
He has the entire series.
I have the entire series. The old 1,246 episodes, and I got it from Amazon, as a matter of fact. But you could get it. You could have got it from MPI, which is where I first got it from before. And you can also get it from Walmart, which I wouldn't, because a lot of their tapes don't work.
Alrighty then.
Anyway, but the show is really good. I mean,
Their tapes are like their employees.
they
don't work.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, hey, I worked there for 4 years. I think I was the only one that did work. At least I knew where everything
Is that why
was.
people kept playing you?
And how would you know that?
Well, ideas go round and round.
Anyway, as I said, Dan Curtis had to dream about all this. And as I said, it was at first went like one straight line, like of a heart thing, and then it went up, then it went down, and then it went up. And in '67, it started going up, and that's when that's when he hired Barnabas Collins, and it started going up higher and higher. Matter of fact, they had so much they made 2 movies: House of Dark Shadows, that was in 1970, and Night of Dark Shadows in 1971, which also came out the month before it closed, before they decided to close the Dark Shadows down. And it was funny because
Just say it. Canceled. Canceled. Axed. X-nay.
Okay,
Up to set.
before it was
Bye-bye.
Before it was axed, okay?
That's good.
Fine. But anyway, the funny thing is, when it was axed, it was at its highest level ever.
Days don't know what it's like to be axed.
Days don't know what it's like to be anything. It's just there. Day in, day out, day in, day out. Okay? So shut up, I'm doing my thing.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
Yes. Anyway, that is
Not here, I hope.
No. Oh no, now I got 2 people. You know, I could just leave and there would be nobody here to listen to you after I leave. Because everybody loves me. Ha! Not. But anyway, let's go on. No, anyway.
Do we have to?
You can always leave because
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have to stay here.
Go on. I want you got something
Thank
to
you.
say.
Yeah, I do have so much to say tonight. Anyways, as I said, Dark Shadows. I liked the first shows because they were black and white. I don't know what it is about me in black and white. It's just you can imagine more.
I remember when you could go to jail for being black and white.
Well, those were called stripes. They still have them.
What's wrong, Big Daddy B?
Nothing.
This is not supposed to be a quip show where you can say you can shoot somebody down. You know? I am trying to say what I'm trying to say, and then when you shoot me down, I lose thought. Okay?
What is your excuses when you're not on the air?
You don't know what I do.
Yeah, well, this is true.
Let's see. Okay. Anyway, see, this is one thing I like about this show. We can have fun. We enjoy making fun of each other, which sometimes he makes more fun of me.
Well, there's so much of you to make fun of.
Uh-huh. Okay, and you see, this is why this is in between, because then when I leave, you can start listening to the great ravings of
Big Daddy
Big Daddy
B.
and Hoss as they start talking to you, talking and screaming and talking. This way you guys can laugh, have a little, you know, and then get ready for more and more and more, okay? So I don't mind this. All right. So I had stuff all together.
Well, where is
I still
it?
have stuff all together.
Well, then get it out.
Okay, I'm going to right now. Yeah. Okay, incidentally, I don't know if you knew this. The girl they chose to play Victoria Winters was the daughter of a count. His name was Count Karl Adam Maltink of Klemensburg, Denmark.
What?
Clemensburg,
What
Denmark.
was the
Yep.
name again?
He was Count Karl Adam Moltke.
And who was he supposed to be?
He was a count. You
No,
know,
he was,
like Count
Well,
Chocula.
then who was Barnabas?
This is the real actors, okay? The real people playing. Jonathan Fred.
You mean the people on TV were all fake? God, they were good.
God.
Okay, as I said, Denmark. He was underground Renaissance fighter
Well,
in
I've seen the show. I'd be
1945,
underground too.
fighting against Nazi occupation.
Occupation.
Hey, okay. I'm 60-something
First
years old.
day with your new mouth,
I think
Shadow
so.
Man.
I think so. Alrighty. In mid-May of that year, Moltke was tipped off that the Nazis were on his trail. His wife Mab, M-A-B,
Mab.
and their 3-month-old daughter, Alexandria, they put in a laundry basket, climbed aboard a U.S. bomber, and was given safe passage to New York City.
St. Patrick.
Yes, passage. Okay, you said it to my new mouth, so what do you want? Her father, by then a special assistant to the ambassador from Denmark, had sent her to the well-respected chaplain school. And by 1966, the teenage Alexandria was a year out of American Academy of Dramatic Arts. And she resembled very trained and started walking. Wait a minute. Okay, here it is. Duh! Okay. She became, and had never faced a television camera. Yet she became the first of the dark-haired ingenues whom Curtis would give their first big break in Dark Shadows.
And who was she playing?
Who was she? She was Victoria Winters. She was the dark-haired girl in the train.
The first one?
Yeah. And then Maggie
She was
Evans.
from Denmark?
Uh-huh.
I could have taken her back, please.
And then Maggie Evans was the second one.
But you haven't asked when I have a headache.
Oh, well, you look in the mirror, you know.
Ooh.
Alexandra was later told that she had gotten the part partly because of her.
Dumb look?
She was the only innocent-looking actress in New York. She has also said that she had won the role due to another lucky resemblance she bore. Since Joan Bennett had already been cast to play the role of Elizabeth Collins' Stoddard, it was a most important resemblance. I was tested for the role 4 times. Then there was a screen test, and I was told that in it I resembled Joan Bennett.
I really didn't think she looked that much like John.
I didn't either, but
Because she was supposed to be her child. wasn't
yeah.
she?
That added a, uh-oh, that just lost it. Not supposed to find that out till later on, and even then no one knows that the No one knows
Whoops.
it.